consciousness is one of the most mysterious and fascinating aspects of human experience. It refers to our subjective awareness of the world around us and our own mental states, including perceptions, thoughts, and emotions. Despite centuries of inquiry, consciousness remains a complex and elusive phenomenon that scientists and philosophers are still struggling to understand. However, the modern view of consciousness is that it is an emergent property of the brain, arising from the complex interactions between neurons and synapses that generate patterns of electrical and chemical activity. Consciousness is not a single entity or structure in the brain, but rather a complex and dynamic phenomenon that emerges from the interactions between many different parts of the nervous system. This view of consciousness is supported by a wealth of scientific research, including studies of brain activity, the effects of brain damage, and neuroimaging techniques such as fMRI and EEG. The importance of consciousness lies in its central role in shaping our experience of the world and our sense of self. Without consciousness, we would not be able to perceive, think, or feel, and our lives would be devoid of meaning and purpose. The study of consciousness has a long and fascinating history that stretches back to the ancient Greeks. Plato and Aristotle both wrote extensively about consciousness, with Plato proposing that the mind and body are separate entities and that consciousness is an aspect of the soul. Aristotle, on the other hand, argued that consciousness arises from the interactions between the mind and the body. During the Middle Ages, consciousness became a central focus of religious and philosophical inquiry, with theologians and philosophers debating the nature of the soul and its relationship to the body. The modern era saw the rise of empirical science and the emergence of new theories and models of consciousness. In the 17th century, the philosopher René Descartes proposed that consciousness arises from the pineal gland, a small structure in the brain that he believed was the seat of the soul. In the 19th century, the German philosopher Immanuel Kant argued that consciousness is not a passive reflection of the world, but an active process of perception and interpretation. This idea was later developed by the American psychologist William James, who proposed that consciousness is not a single entity, but a complex and ever-changing stream of experience. Today, consciousness research is a vibrant and interdisciplinary field that spans neuroscience, psychology, philosophy, and other disciplines. Researchers are working to uncover the underlying mechanisms of consciousness and to develop new technologies and therapies that can help us understand and enhance our conscious experience. In conclusion, the modern view of consciousness is that it is an emergent property of the brain, arising from the complex interactions between neurons and synapses. Consciousness is a vital aspect of human experience that plays a central role in shaping our perceptions, thoughts, and emotions. The study of consciousness has a rich history that spans from the ancient Greeks to the modern era, and continues to be a source of fascination and inquiry for scientists and philosophers alike.